Hi guys, welcome back. It's Yvonne from GingerChickRehab. I am so glad to have you back checking out what Chris, I, and Alex are up to. So for the last 2 days, we have been garage sailing. There's more citywide sales. And it's funny, I heard a YouTuber that Alex likes to watch said this is our season. In Michigan, this is our season to build up our inventory. So me going down a video a week instead of posting 4, going to 3 because I spend 2 to 3 days at garage sales with him, and then Saturdays if there's more garage sales or estate sales with Chris. So yeah, so this is our haul. Yep, we traveled here, there, even with gas prices. I liked what that YouTuber said about, yes, this is our season here in Michigan to get things cost efficient, to get your inventory built up. I know I just had that garage sale, but yes, you just have to cycle things through. Things change, styles change. You know, so yeah, so this is my haul, and then I'll have Alex show his haul, and then actually Chris found a couple goodies while he was out, so maybe I can get him to do another guest appearance. So let me share with you what I have found while we were out doing all those sales. And we were trying to figure out, we probably went to, I don't know, 15 to 25 sales, because you know, sometimes you don't find anything, sometimes you do. And I find at the citywide, sometimes you either got really cheap or like, you know, we're not looking for kids stuff right now. So you've got young families that are getting rid of kids clothes and baby stuff. So you can pass those by. Or then you get that occasional, I know what something's worth, so I'm going to have a garage sale and try to be an antique store. Do y'all run across that? When I throw a garage sale, I throw a garage sale. So that's sad too, but I get it because it is worth, you know, what they're asking. So I get that too. So this is our haul. One of the sales we went to, actually probably 3 of the sales that we went to were donation sales. They were charity sales. They were going for, some kind of missions for children, for this, that. So I can't really tell you the prices because some, like Alex got one of the church rummage sales we stopped at. It was a bag for $4. You fill this bag up and yeah, and you can have it. So I got a couple Bibles, a couple books. Alex got some cameras and some sweatshirts. And so yeah, and then another one, they just had high end. Oh my goodness. Her whole it was all high-end stuff. It was just crazy. And yeah, and some of the other ones were just like that. It was just a donation. Alex actually stopped at one that a gentleman, he's like, I was getting ready to pack up, just take everything that you wanted for free. So yes, so I'll let Alex share that story. So let me share with you. So first off, like I said, I'm not going to remember. So I've actually sold these little primitive little cubbies. I think they're super sweet. I'll just clean it up. I've done them in black and saved this lettering. I'll take this pipe cleaner off. Yeah, so I like that. And like I said, I'm sorry that I'm not going to remember what I got them for. And then there was this random. Do y'all know what this is? Yeah, it's one of the bases for one of those ceramic trees. So I thought, you know what, this one did still have this price for 50 cents. Yeah, because somebody might be looking for a base for one of their ceramic trees. So I can either pop this on eBay, or when it gets to Christmas time, I can, you know, sell it in the booth. Because somebody might be happy to have one of these. And you can tell it's vintage. It's the vintage ones. And then I got this little clock. I've actually, oh sorry, my ring light. I've actually, okay. So it's going to be what it's going to be. So I've actually done this one a couple times. I've had a red one and a yellow one, but I like the color, but unfortunately it does have some damage spots here and there. I need to maybe throw some CA glue down here because it's a little wobbly. But other than that, I would have kind of left the color it was, but I'll probably do it up black because that's really my best seller for clocks is And the funny thing is I didn't think about having a battery on me when I was garage sailing, so I note to self to do that. These big guys were in the box of, yeah, we paid $50 for 3 huge boxes of a whole bunch of stuff from this one community charity one that they were building stuff for the kids. So it was a set. I'm going to say corbels, but you can hang them on the back of the wall. They look like they were maybe a Home's Goods or anything, but very cool. I can see chipping these up and just putting some layers of paint on them to make them look a little bit more vintage. I really like to figure out how to do that salt technique. So I'll see if I can get that one done. I don't think there's a ton to make over here. So I did get some Bibles. Now this one was just one that we stopped at and they didn't charge me for it. And then this one was in the box from the church that we paid the $4 for the bag of goodies. And then I did pick up a hymnal in that one because those wreaths, oh my goodness, those music sheet wreaths. I just found a couple forms the other day at the Salvation Army. So yeah, I put that on a pallet frame. Oh, sold quickly, and I've been messaged quite a few times. So yeah, they're worth it. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. I don't know. Not quite my, this is not quite my decor. But it's just a little cubby box. So I'll clean it up. I like the wood color. I don't know why it has foil on the back. I don't know, but I like the wood color. I'm gonna take this off, paint probably the inside black. I'm not sure why we got who knows, but it's quarter. It was a quarter, so yeah, I love that. I do love garage sale prices. And in the same place that I got the little mini Bible from, I got this sponge frog for 5 cents. She said 5, but we all thought it was 50, so I ended up giving her $1 because she didn't want to charge for the Bible. And I know that you're not supposed to charge Bibles and blah blah, but you know, everybody has to make money. You know, the publishers are publishing the Bibles. Let's not even get into that, you guys. I've had people comment on that before when I buy Bibles. So then for $3, I picked up this coaster set. Oh my goodness, I don't know anything about it. I'm probably going to keep this for myself because the ones we have are just Dollar General. But oh, look at the metal. They're all the same. They're all the same. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep that for myself. Oh, they're gorgeous. So I think there's six. There's 6 in here. Another, they're all garage sales. So look at this vase. It's 50 cents for this. What is that? Swung glass? I'm kind of learning, but I really don't know what I'm talking about. But I love the colors. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't know anything about it other than it was beautiful. I got this little birdie for 25 cents. It kind of reminds me of that little boy and girl on the umbrella that I did, except it has eyes. So I'd leave this one as is. It's marked. It's got a signature. I just think this is a cute, made out of like a clay, like that terracotta color clay. I think it's beautiful. At the $4 bag church rummage sale, I did pick up this little bird guide. It is, the binding, it's broken. That's okay. I kind of wanted it for ourselves because we really don't know what birds are called. But it had, see, I told you it was broken. 1926 date on it. So I don't think our birds have changed that much. But it was actually in color 1926. So, you know, I feed the birds and sometimes I really don't know what they are. So 25 cents, I picked up this is just a nice little shelf sitter to add some height. Little riser there. I don't know. Oh, I think $3. I think that $2 from another thing. Then for $3, I picked up this set of candlesticks at a separate garage sale. For 50 cents, I picked up these. So look at that, was almost perfect because I could put these on the top of those. So I was planning on putting little feet on these, but then I found those. So but I might change my mind when I get to it. Okay, and then this was the box sale. I know that. This was just a metal little clock. I love little clocks. I usually hoard on them for myself. I know my ring light. But if I turn my light off, I'm in my garage and then the windows I give huge shadows. So yeah, so this is just a nice, and it's metal. So I don't know the age of it or anything. I can't read the impressive clockworks. 1792, but I think that's, I'm pretty sure it's a reproduction. Another 25 cents a piece. Yeah, I mean, you know, we make risers out of these, so we can't pass them up. So I could actually put these on those pieces of candlesticks, and then those I could put little feet on. So for $1, I picked up this cup. Unfortunately, I didn't realize how much crazing it had. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it did make a nice pencil holder. It was $1. I like the speckleware of it. Then at the box one, we got a lot at that box one. I think Alex actually wanted to go back because they were still bringing more stuff out. They had a roll of contact paper, the black and white check pattern. I thought perfect, and it's a huge, thick roll. What is it? 24 foot in this roll. That would be great to have on hand if I need to line drawers of furniture pieces. And then I also got this, which has never been used. Vintage poster. I love the butterflies. I don't know if it has, I didn't open it up. So, but I thought, wow, if I run across a campus or something, that would be great to use there. And then I also got these. I told you we got a lot for $50 there. So I got this lavender one and eucalyptus. See, you can see where my windows are in the back. Now we got a little bit of squishy on the back, home decor, Hobby Lobby pieces, but just that nice classic look just would go with anybody's decor. So I did throw those in there because I'm always looking for wall decor. Some little kids, usually you get a lemonade stand, you know, and I can't pass up a little kid at a garage sale trying to make a couple bucks, you know, customer service at a young age. So they actually had some like high C juice boxes, and they made up these little Jolly Ranchers. So for $1, and I will always buy their lemonade, and whether I drink it or not. But you know what? That is so sweet. My kids started off bake sales when they were little kids in school. It just gets you doing customer service, talking to people. So I absolutely cannot pass up that. I would pull over to the side of the road and buy some lemonade from a little kid that is selling on the side of the road, because they put all their heart and energy into that. And I also, the same sale was this metal, just a riser. I'm not gonna probably do anything to this. See how it washes up. I think the top coat's got something funky going on there. But we'll see. Here we go. The same sale was this truck. Now, some of it is tin, some of it is plastic, but I don't know the age of it. I would say it's a little bit older. So I thought that was a great find. So I actually have been looking for one of these in my closet. I wanted something to organize Band-Aids and aspirins and stuff like that, because I put them all in little totes, because I have some problems with organization, but it makes it really inconvenient to have to open up a tote every time. And I ran across a couple at garage sales. The last one I really wanted was all wood, and the lady's like, well, that's not for sale. And I'm like, then why is it here? Well, I decided I'm going to keep that. Okay, okay. But so for right now, for $7, I'm going to use this wicker one. The top one didn't really pull out so easy. Maybe it just needs the drawers changed. But for right now, this will work until I find something else. And then copper little canister. Oh my goodness. I think something came in it. Some cookies came in it. It's got a really tight lid. So great storage. Oh, it's really tight, you guys. I can't get it open. Well, maybe that's why it'll just be a pretty, I'll put a word on it. So it's like, I can't get that open. Oh, anyway. And actually, this was not part of our garage sale. I have a friend that she had given me that yellow bench, and going through her mother-in-law's estate. And she had actually given Alex a whole bunch of stuff to resell or do whatever he wanted with. They just weren't, this would be like their third time doing an estate auction, and she's just done. I understand. So this was one of the pieces that he didn't want. It was a Pier 1, cute. Oh my gosh, look at the frogs, and it's got a lizard on the handle. So I said, well, I will take that. It's got a little bit of crazing going on, but I said, I will take that if he didn't want that. So, and then there we go. I got this. I guess the lady said, I think I paid $5 for this. She said it was one of those sales where some of the stuff had their booth price tags on it, and they were still selling it at their booth price. So I picked up this. She said it had green grass underneath it, that fakey grass. And I said, oh, well, I would put pallet wood underneath it. And she's like, oh, that's a great idea. I'm like, I offered to her back. I'm like, you can keep it. That's all. I'm not sure I want $5 for it, but I do think it would be absolutely gorgeous with some pallet wood behind it if we have it long enough. I think we do have some left. So whether I keep it for myself or resell it, I love the birds on it. That same sale, this was $2. It's just a little primitive, and I like it just as is. I'll probably just keep it, not do anything to it. And the thing is, if it never sells, I can make a sign out of it. You know, it's an old board. And then there were these. Now these were only $10. It actually, they put them all. It's a nesting set. Let me see. Now, at first I thought, oh gosh, I'll do something with it, but I don't think I will because it has the leaves on it. So I would probably just sell this, and they're really lightweight. So I'd probably just sell this for decor as is. I don't think I'll do anything to it. I mean, I can later on for whatever reason it doesn't sell, but for right now, I would just leave it the way it is. That's some nice height for somebody's decor. Now, I know you all, let me turn just a little bit because I'm in my garage, and Alex has started packing things because, you know, he's moving out. So he started to pack things and buy things on the couch and some furniture pieces because he's renting with some friends a house. So anyway, one of his ladies that works with him, she's a quilter, and one of her quilting places that she goes, they're not going out of business, they're just changing locations and downsizing. So she had some furniture pieces, and Diane contacted Alex and said, hey, tell your parents. And so Alex actually wanted this mannequin because he buys a lot of clothes when we're out garage selling and thrifting, and so he wanted something to be able to display it for his Etsy store. And then I bought the other one to resell. It's a paper mache form, so she probably used these to make aprons or shirts, and they did more than just quilting. They did a lot of sewing there. So, and that was actually made on a lamp. So it's a lamp shade base, which makes it heavy, and so it didn't. And then they made, this was something else. I think it was maybe a piece of coat rack. Very inventive, and they're both handmade. I love the story of them, you know. So I think I'd probably paint the bottom of that black, and I'll probably resell that because I think it's neat. I like that it's paper mache and it's been used and abused. And anyway, so I didn't put these on the table because they were a little bit on the dirty side. So I did pick up for a couple bucks some Rusty Crusty, and they were selling them together. I just love old lanterns, and this one's black, so hopefully it cleans up and can go in my collection. And I'll probably create something out of this one that has the broken glass. It's all nice and rusty and crusty, so we'll see how that goes. So that is my part of the haul, and I'll hand it over to Alex or Chris, probably Chris next, and then stay for the end if you want to see what items I make over.
All right, so Yvonne wanted me to show you the two things that I had picked up when we were garage selling the other day. First one is this cuckoo clock, and we got this on a charity for church. So the whole box and everything was like 50 bucks. These are highly collectible. The comps that we looked up on this are around $120, $200 range, somewhere in between there. And it does have all of its weights I do not know how to hook it up, so I'd have to learn on how to do that. But that is probably something that we'll be selling. Something I won't be selling is at the estate sale, and I don't know if Yvonne explained that. We went to an estate sale. It really wasn't. It was more like just a small garage sale. But for $3, he had this box of drill bits. I collect old antique drills, actually old antique tools, and I've got them displayed in our workshop. So I thought these would be a nice little collection for it. And the box, even though it's really beat up and rusty, it looks kind of cool too. You know how Yvonne likes rusty. Those are my two things that I had picked up.
So, you know, there's never enough time in the day. So Alex had to bow out of doing his portion of sharing with you all of what he got. So I'm just going to pan over because, you know, he's an eBay reseller and he does put a couple things in our booth. So we got these little cookie cutters and a little tin model Corvette. These are some kind of gauges that he ran across. And then a Wii Fit board, because they are, yes, resellable, especially since it has the disc in it and the box. Some vintage Christmas ornaments, a new little Wilson type of bag, got a couple hats. He got this piggy bank, which is Ninja Turtles. And he actually got this for his sister because he is sweet like that. She likes these little coloring pads, so this looks like it was brand new. He got this amazing, this was part of that box sale, you all. It's a Fitbit. It's a Nike Fitbit, and the comps on these, especially since it had the cord, wow, he should make his money back there. And then this was at that same box set that I said we bought all this stuff for $50. These, I know, were part of that. And then this beautiful blown glass pumpkin. And then he got this for $5, this beautiful lamp. The glass of it. The base is a little rusty crusty, so I said I could help him figure that out. He got a couple little crazy scary masks, but they do sell. And yeah, he got this little, I think it's a crock that somebody had plants in. He likes that type of stuff. And then from my friend Terry, she gave him a whole bunch of little smalls, little bitty things that her mother-in-law collected. So he picked up this to put those in. I think he's going to put those in the booth. And of course, he's got his form that he picked up. And then he did pick up a whole bunch of cameras. That's the bag we got to fill up for $4. So he got a whole bunch of cameras, some more cameras. He's doing really well selling cameras on eBay. And he picked up some more cassette tapes. He got a couple pair of shoes. And I think these were the pair of shoes where the guy's like, yeah, just take the bag of clothes. This isn't even important. This is only a portion of the clothes. And then we'll come over here. And his last little haul, he got all these Disney store princesses for $1 a piece. This was from my friend Terry that she gave him. But yes, he just has so much. What's this? Oh, I think this was from Terry too. This is this might even be on eBay now. But yeah, so, and then he got a quesadilla maker for $2, which he was really excited about. So, yep, he was just a little too busy and I needed to get a video out. So that's the quick lowdown of what Alex's haul was. So before I start any of my makeovers, I always go through and get all the tags, the price tag, the manufacturer, unless it's some type of antique, which I would not be making it over anyway. And then I'm going to get them all cleaned up, and then I will break these down individually for you all. So I'm going to start off with this little clock because I knew I was going to need to tape off the face, but it had one of those batteries where it had the acidity had came through the battery and been in there way too long. So the easy fix of that is to clean it out is just, clean out any of that gunk. Take a Q-tip with a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and that usually just takes that right off and it works just fine afterwards. Of course, I had taped up the front of this one, then I realized, I'm like, hello, there's little knobby screws that will let me take this all apart, and I didn't need to spend the time taping it off. Sometimes things are obvious, but when you're looking at other things, you don't even realize it. Sometimes it's a simple fix of making something new, just some spray paint, Rust-Oleum paint and primer in the flat black, and then sealing it in with some polycrylic in the matte finish, and you have some new pieces. This is where I always say taste is personal, to each their own, but I see something different and definitely envision something different for this little cubby. But first I gotta figure out, how did they get this handkerchief on there? I guess they unscrewed the knob and screwed it back in, so I have to actually take the knob off to get it to be removed. So I envision the inside of this not to be the lavender lilac-y color, but to be black. I love the color of the outside of this. I'm going to leave that as is, and that porcelain knob is just gorgeous. Now you can see what they were trying to hide with the aluminum foil, but I'm not going to deal with that right now. Right now I'm going to deal with the holes that go all the way through that they must have screwed it into a wall, so it doesn't, my tape doesn't want to stick. It's probably still a little bit wet, but I'm just going to use some wood filler to fill in the holes from the inside. And then now I'm going to give it a fresh coat of my favorite black, that Waverly ink chalk paint. So I always like this because usually it will be one coat coverage, but this is a shiny latex, so it did end up taking me 2 coats to make sure that everything was completely covered. And so it has a piece of metal, so it must have had a magnet closure on it. So when you close the door, it just kind of sinks in. So Chris is adding a little bitty piece of wood, and we have some of those magnetic closures that we use for furniture pieces anyway. And he, bless his heart, he's using the black CA glue because I've already painted this black when I didn't realize that he was going to have to add a piece of wood to it. And then to secure the shelves in there, just going to use some more of that black CA glue to glue those down. Next up are these shelves, corbels, whichever way you want to display them in your decor is what you could call them. So I'm just using some Dollar Tree glue, and I'm going to do the crackle effect. So I'm going to put quite a bit on, a thin coat. I want lots of crackle. I want to be able to see all that beauty underneath. So now I did let my glue just dry just for a few minutes while I did the other one. And now I'm going over with my Kills Paint and Primer. I only ever use like regular paint. I've not had any luck with chalk paint to get it to crackle. So the more you put on and the thinner the coat, the smaller the crackles. The thicker you put it on, the bigger the crackles are. But I really want to show off a lot of this detail, and it's one coat. So it's nice heavy paint on your brush, and then you don't really want to go over it too much, or you're kind of mixing the paint and the glue together. Now that I let this dry overnight and I got all that beautiful crackle, I want to take it one step further by distressing it even more. I really want it to look really chippy, so just taking some 150 sandpaper over it. But now I need to do the back. In case you're not going to hang this as a shelf on the wall, I want it to be that same white crackle paint on the whole thing. Now next I have these little guys, and I was super excited when I realized I had those other ones for those other candlesticks. So I get to use in my stash, I have so many little things I can use for feet. So these I'm sure are thrifted little matching sets of 4. I don't know what they are, but they were thrifted, you all. So yes, I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. I'm trying to decide which way I want them to be glued because they'd have a more surface base if I glued them the other way, but they didn't look quite right. So I'm going to glue them where the hole is using some more of that Titebond quick glue. So now I let those sit for about an hour or so and they were good and dry. Now I'm moving on to my watered down antiquing wax. And my watered down antiquing wax is a medium sized pickle jar, probably about a 1/4 cup of antiquing wax, the brown wax, a spoonful of ink chalk paint, and that kind of tones down that red. So all I'm going to do, these are super dry. I'm just going to stain these boards up with these little feet with this mixture. I'm also going to stain up those other little pieces of wood that I got also. And then along with these, I had these bottles that I didn't show in the haul, but I'm going to get taken care of in this grouping. They're just wooden. I paid $1 at the Salvation Army for them, and I might as well throw them in here and get them done. If you watched my previous video, you will know that this is a fail. So yet again, I was trying that salt technique in the plaster of Paris and the water with your paint, and I still am not having luck. So unfortunately, I was doing these 2 groupings together. 2 separate videos, but 2 groupings together. And so I had some actual solid wood pieces that I thought would probably absorb this in, but it was the same thing. It did not work. It did not dry at all. So I got those washed off yet again. And now I just mixed up some of my Kills paint with some of the salt. And now I'm going to attempt to paint it on these little boards. Come on, this has got to be easier than this. And then as soon as and it was amazing because it was really watery at first. And then all of a sudden the salt just seemed to activate and make the paint really thick. But I'm like, well, this has to be able to dry. So, yep. So my, I don't know, second attempt in one video to see if I can achieve this or not. You all just have to share your stories. If you tried this and you have achieved it, or if you've had as many epic fails as I have. But even I can't tell you that it even dried very well. I had a fan on it. I had a heat gun on it. I let it sit again overnight. I'm like, okay, these are small items. I cannot waste my time with all this. So at some point, it's just as good as it's going to get, and I polycrylic'd it. I guess I will just go back to my old faithful. So on this little riser, I'm just going to pre-paint it black. And then I'm going to do my, I know that it's going to work, glue crackle technique on this. Well, of course, I thought that was going to be easy, but look, I've got some red bleed through. I'm just going to ignore it for right now. I'm going to go ahead and sand it. Then I'm going to do a little bit of antiquing wax, give it more of a wood look at the top, and see how that looks. And I'll probably end up just going back with black on the sides. The top did not pink, just those sides. Now, I'm not getting discouraged by any means, you all. I'll try to figure out this technique sooner or later. It is the fun. I like a good challenge, but it can be frustrating at times going, well, I just watched them and they said, yeah, anyway, I'm going with my tried and true, that glue technique for these candlesticks. Also, and I love that they still have, I left the nail that's on the top on purpose because I'm going to use it to attach the pieces of wood. With a little bit of that Titebond glue around the wooden part, I'm just trying to center, eyeball center there, because they're still a little bit on the wet side, but I want the glue and everything to set up at the same time. And then I realized, like, oh, don't metal hammer on wood, you'll leave marks. Use a towel. So, yep, I almost caught myself making dents in my wood. And then I'm going to go ahead and seal in my stained wood because that is raw. And just like anything else, even though it's stained and it's raw, it will still leave marks if you don't seal it in with the top coat. As I said, I have done these little cubby boxes in the past. I just think they're cute little extra storage, extra decor. So all I'm going to do is tape off where it's already been stenciled and including the rod. I just like those little bit of wood accents and then just paint it up with some Waverly ink chalk paint on the rest. And then when that is dry, I'm going to go back in and sand it, give it a little bit of distressing, and then seal that in with some polycrylic. So I thank everybody that has stayed to watch the last project, and this is a good one. I absolutely love this tin and just being able to put some pallet wood behind it. Oh my goodness. So Chris is just going to cut down the pallet wood to size to fit in the back of this. So thank you for watching today's garage sale, estate sale, moving sale, charity sale, that whole haul video of me and Chris and Alex. I hope that you had fun watching what the items that we found. I didn't do a lot of video. I didn't do any video of out thrifting because I'm still on the fence of if you all enjoy that. I enjoy seeing what's out there, but I know these tend to be longer with showing you a haul and then showing the makeovers. So I hope you enjoyed the items that I made over, and yeah, I had fun doing them. I love garage sale prices, and I'm just trying to get it all in and building up my inventory for winter. Yeah, so Michigan's garage sale season is really short. Yeah, so, yep, and of course, there's always those techniques. I'm still trying to figure out that salt technique, and it just is not working for me. So my third attempt now of trying that. So give me a comment. Have you mastered it? And how did you master it? Can you give me a quick comment? Because I'm getting a little tired of researching and having it not work out for me. So I don't know. Was I supposed to let it sit for a week to let it dry? Because my bunnies did not take that long to dry. So anyway, thanks for watching today's video, guys. And as always, give me a quick comment what the item was that I found or I made over that has inspired you or was your favorite. And if you were part of our YouTube family, thank you so much. And if you're new and you're checking out this content for the first time and you liked what you saw, please hit that subscription button along with the notification bell so you know when we've uploaded a new video. And we will see you next time, guys, when you can see what we're up to. Bye!